And so now I'd like to welcome my colleague, Terry Gray, Deputy Director for Environmental Protection at the Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, to say a few words as well.
All right, good morning, everybody. It's awesome to see a full house. That's great. Thank you, Director Alexander Scott, for the kind introduction, and thank you and your team for putting this event together and inviting me and my colleagues from DEM to come this morning. As we all know, DEM and the Department of Health have a long-standing and very strong partnership here in Rhode Island for protecting human health and the environment. And Dr. Mona, welcome to Rhode Island. Like I said earlier, I hope you get a little chance to see our beautiful state. It's a little package of fun. Let's put it that way. Fun sized. So I'm here this morning representing DEM on behalf of our director, Janet Coit. Back in January, Director Coit participated in a panel discussion down at Salve Regina for the kickoff event of Reading Across Rhode Island. And of course, the focus was Dr. Mona's book, What the Eyes Don't See. Following the event, Janet came back and gave many of us copies of the book. Didn't give us really any commentary or context, but just asked us to read it and tell her what we thought. Unfortunately, Director Coit can't be here for this event this morning because she's meeting with the governor and a group of environmental advocates right now as we speak, which is kind of ironic because she really, really wanted to be here. And like Dr. Alexander Scott said, she will be here. She'll probably come flying in here as a tornado somewhere after that meeting gets done. At first, I was a little apprehensive about reading What the Eyes Don't See because personally, I'm not really directly involved in the drinking water program, and that's what I thought it was all about. However, Janet was pretty excited about it, and you know she can be pretty persuasive when she gets excited about something. So I dug in, gave it a read, and I absolutely and definitely was not disappointed. Reading the book reminded me of why so many of us are passionate about what we do, which is protecting human health, public health, and the environment. It also made me proud of the efforts here in DEM, proud of the efforts here in Rhode Island, both from DEM and the Health Department, and the impressive work we see from our staff every day. The contrast between the way Rhode Island team in both agencies operate and how the scenario in Flint developed was striking. It was really striking and really different. Personally, my biggest impression from the book was the unbelievable effort and care that Dr. Mona put into making sure that the science was right. As she made the argument that kids under her care were being impacted by lead in drinking water. Dr. Mona didn't intend to be a research scientist, but she immediately understood that her advocacy for a solution to this community-wide systematic problem, like what occurred at Flint, needed to be backed up by sound science and data. Her commitment to that, both philosophically and physically, with all the hours and time spent invested on nights and weekends, in addition to maintaining her own practice and family life, was inspiring. It was the most impressive example of what we often refer to as citizen science that I've ever seen. From a professional perspective, it was a clear reminder that as government officials, our decisions must be based on sound science. And all our citizens and all our communities depend on us and rely on us to do that. It also reminded me we must absolutely always keep an open mind to consider that sometimes the science leads us in a direction we neither want or expect. It's even more critical in those scenarios that we actively and carefully listen to impacted communities, their advocates, and then what we do best, which is start problem solving in a responsive, open, and collaborative way. I'll close there and leave you to draw your own impressions from Dr. Mona and What the Eyes Don't See. And I really kind of personally recommend that you not just come today and listen and then walk away. Read the book. Buy the book, read the book. It really will sink in once you get a chance in a quiet place to think about the story that's told there. I'm pretty confident it will inspire you and charge up your professional batteries like it has mine. So once again, thank you, and I'll turn it back over to you.